The Women's Forum Network, in collaboration with UN Women, Action Aid International, in recognition of the 16 Days of Activism Against Gender-Based Violence, has officially launched the report on the effectiveness and efficiency of the referral and redress mechanism protecting women and girls in Sierra Leone. The Executive Director for Action Aid Sierra Leone, Mohamed Silla, said the report was produced after consultation with different stakeholders, women and girls amongst others, and then said violence against women and girls continue to be on the increase, and addressing it remains a challenge. At national level, government, he said, puts together laws protecting women and girls, such as the report outlines the challenges faced by women, and the referral and leveling up mechanisms will be used in protecting women and girls in the country.
Unfortunately, violence against women and girls is still a reality in many parts of the world, including Sierra Leone. To address the root causes of this violence has been a challenge that we have all been grappling with. Organizations like ours and Women's Forum and even the UN Women, these are areas of work we have spent a lot of our time around, but yet still we are grappling with challenges right across the world within our country. At the national level in Sierra Leone, we will say government has made efforts in bringing a lot of laws, Gender Act, Sexual Offences Act, and even the institution of the Family Support Unit in the police unit is one such measure to be able to combat these whole challenges. And therefore, the report we are about to launch today is purely done to look at the mechanisms that are in place and how effective are those mechanisms for people who want to seek redress, and as well as mentioning some recommendations on what we think can be done.
Making his presentation on the report, consultant Robert Sampaka said the research was commissioned by Action in Sierra Leone to identify institutions that are responsible for providing referral and redress services to women and girls who suffer violence, their availability and access to communities, as well as explore effectiveness of these institutions in responding to these issues, and also examine the barriers that prevent women and girls from getting redress.
Executive Director will say, in statement, one of the things he mentioned are prevailing. He said, prevailing, in other words, waiting at the SGBV crimes that really happen today, as me and you still have, as at the table in this research. So, that I'm working one report on. When a crime happens to people, then, what did they do? Who said they go for support, for redress? Who said they go for justice? Who said they go for redress? The other one, what are they going with? We can put it into two categories. We get informed about the way Parliament and the laws that this country don't write say, oh, the FSU, this thing happen, not to maybe crime services and not to have a police structure, but not to the, just any police constable who deal with SSB. There is an unit within the police. We forgot. And then the final thing we will look at. What can make people make a decision for report or not for report?
On her part, the president of Women's Forum Network, Maud Peacock, said if all the women can unite, then the issue of sexual gender-based violence will be addressed. She then said sexual and gender-based violence has been in existence for over years, and so much has been done to put a stop to it, but it's still prevalent. Some problems, she said, might not be eliminated totally, but it must not overpower women and girls. Sierra Leone is a signatory to so many international treaties, she said, but its implementation must be active. She then called for greater coordination amongst the paramount chiefs, local government and the local councils, which are the gender decks, as that will further foster the fight against gender-based violence. She, however, referred to the issue of sexual and gender-based violence as a complex issue.
Where the Women's Forum exists, the grass will never suffer. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, there would not have been a better time for the launching of a report dealing with the effective and efficiency of referral and redress mechanism protecting women and girls in Sierra Leone than within this period when the campaign is being launched, the 16 Days of Activism Against Gender-Based Violence. The first official definition of the term gender-based violence was made in 1993, when the United Nations Declaration on the Elimination of Violence Against Women was made. It is an umbrella term for any harm that is perpetrated against a person's will that results from inequalities that are based on gender roles. Around the world over, gender-based violence always has a greater negative impact on women and girls.
Representatives from UN Women, the Family Support Unit, Council of Tribal Heads and various other stakeholders present recommends that with a different act in existence, women should be well protected and the drawing board needs to be visited so as to have laws harmonized. They call for safe homes for women who are mostly victims, sustainable funds provision, and that the report should be well popularized for all to know it's about content, particularly the local authorities who are mostly being expected to take ownership of it. Women have been victims of emotional abuse, domestic abuse, amongst others, and cover a wide range of issues affecting all. The report highlighted the weaknesses on the referral method of addressing these issues. Sustainable funding must be provided in implementing the recommendation of the report, as resources allocated do not match the challenges. Some of the prevailing sexual and gender-based violence against women according to the report are rape, physical and verbal abuse, teenage pregnancy and neglect. For Star News in Freetown, Adamasila reporting.